Or, at least according to the internet. Today, we're going to dive into this satirical script that's kind of become modern folklore. It's totally over the top, it's hilarious, and honestly, it tells you a lot about how we picture power inside the Kremlin. It all starts with this one line, setting this huge cinematic stage. You can almost hear the deep movie trailer voice, can't you? Yeah, this isn't just a day, it's practically a legend in the making. All right, so first up, we're kicking things off at an hour when most of us are, well, still fast asleep. This is where the myth really begins, with a routine that's less about waking up and more about grabbing the day by the throat. 5 a.m. No gentle sunrise for this guy. The day kicks off with a military-grade shock to the system. And that's not just waking up early, that's making a statement before the sun's even thought about it. And here's the kicker. No weakness, no just 5 more minutes. It's instant discipline. And the reason for this iron will? Well, apparently, it's a matter of national security. And there it is, our first real punchline. This is what makes the whole thing so funny. It takes a simple act, not hitting snooze, and blows it up into this high-stakes matter of treason. It's absurd, and it perfectly sets the tone for the day we're about to see. I love this contrast. On one hand, you have this unbelievably huge goal, conquer the world, and on the other, the most relatable, most human need you can imagine. It's that perfect mix of the epic and the everyday that just works so well. Okay, but coffee's just the warm-up. The real fuel for world domination comes next. And as you can see, this is not your typical breakfast. It's a meal plan built on pure discipline, a lot of protein, and, well, a healthy dose of paranoia. So the physical part of the day starts off strong, 200 push-ups. I mean, that's intense, but it's still kind of believable for a dedicated leader, right? It sets his baseline of extreme fitness. And then, bam, it just completely goes off the rails. This is where the script just dives headfirst into pure fantasy. And it's not just any animal. The bear is this huge symbol of Russia itself. So it's not just about being fit, it's about dominating nature and really the national spirit. It's the perfect image for this larger-than-life character. This really just spells it out, doesn't it? For most of us, the gym is a place you go to work out. For this character, the gym itself is something to be dominated. The whole dynamic is flipped. It's not a workout, it's an assertion of power. All right, so you've just wrestled a bear. What's for breakfast? It's simple, almost Spartan, and then you've got that last item. Notice how checking the enemies list is just casually thrown in there like it's a side of toast. It's that deadpan joke that's so brilliant, making paranoia just another part of the morning routine. And just then, the phone rings. The source gives us this hilarious caricature of a call, supposedly from Donald Trump, suggesting a nice, easy game of golf. It's the perfect setup for a clash of styles. But it's the answer that's so telling. Golf is brushed aside for chess, the ultimate game of strategy. This really plays into that common perception of Russian strategy, patient, calculated, always thinking 10 moves ahead. And that last part, and I always win? Wow. That's not just confidence, that's a declaration. And that whole chess idea leads us perfectly into the work part of the day. It's not framed as meetings and paperwork, but as strategic moves on a global scale. Lunch isn't a break, it's just refueling for the next move. So at first glance, this seems pretty standard for a world leader, right? You've got meetings, calls, maps, but the satire reframes it all. These aren't just administrative tasks. Every phone call is a pawn moving forward. Every meeting a bishop's gambit. Every single action is a calculated move in that global chess game. And what's the result of all that? Well, this slide says it all. Just one word. All that activity, all those seemingly normal tasks, they all lead to this one single decisive outcome. It's such a powerful visual punchline for the day's strategic efforts. Even lunch is a strategic choice here. The script makes a point of rejecting a Western fast food icon for something super traditional, simple, and disciplined. Just borscht. No frills, no distractions, just fuel. It just reinforces that image of focus and austerity. All right, so the workday is winding down, but don't think for a second it's time to relax. The evening isn't about rest, it's about projecting strength. The commute home itself becomes this symbolic act, basically a victory lap for the day's conquests.
I mean, what a line, right? This is where things move beyond a physical and into the purely metaphorical. He's not writing an animal. He's literally writing the very concept of power. It's an image of just absolute total control.
And this is the whole point of that ride. It's a demonstration, and it's meant for an audience, his adversaries. It's this quiet, confident display of dominance that doesn't need any big action, just the simple act of being seen. So we're finally at the end of the day, but for a guy like this, even sleep isn't really rest. As this section suggests, it's just a strategic pause, a reset before the next campaign. The vigilance never, ever stops. The classic expression, right? Perpetual awareness. This character is never truly off guard. That world chessboard doesn't get packed up for the night. The game is always on. And that brings us to the perfect final question that the story leaves us with. It just sums up the entire caricature we've been exploring. The choice isn't between work and rest, it's between two different kinds of confrontation. So, what's it going to be? The physical battle in the gym or the strategic one on the world stage? It's a question that leaves the story perpetually in motion.